Hello friends, Those Back Pages here. I hope you're well. Tonight's episode is entitled Let's Chat. Let's see. My last episode featuring my Walking Dead 193 review. Well, talk about 193, not really review, because I made it before the issue was even out. My thoughts on the issue, pretty pleased. The second time I read it, I enjoyed it more. Obviously, I'm sad to see it come to an end. A big part of my life. Go ahead and take a look back at that if you haven't watched it already. Interesting. Interesting fact is that it's got more views than any of my other videos, including Slabgate, I think. Might be neck and neck with Slabgate. Grading is a scam. I think that was episode 149. Go ahead and give that a look too if you haven't already. What I wanted to talk about tonight is I wanted some feedback, some input actually, not feedback. I want some opinions, some thoughts from the community, and pertaining to rookie cards and brands. Been thinking about adding for baseball, obviously there's Flagship, Heritage, and Topps Chrome. That's the meat and potatoes. That's, you can pick up the Stadium here, and Ginter there, and some other stuff here and there. You can, just for shits and giggles, you can pick those up, no problem. But the core of your collection, in my opinion, would be for baseball would be Flagship, which is just regular Topps for those that are coming back to the hobby after a long time. I started calling it a Flagship a while ago now, just because there's just so many releases that Topps puts out. So you have the Flagship, which consists of Series 1, Series 2, and Update. Topps Heritage, which consists of Topps Heritage and Topps Heritage high numbers. And then Topps Chrome, which consists of Topps Chrome, and then Topps Chrome Update, which is a Target exclusive and absolutely must buy every year. Just no brainer. Just the last 2 years alone. 2 years ago, Bellinger, Chapman, and Luke Voigt, and then last year Soto and Gleyber and Acuna had another one. Gleyber and Acuna and Ohtani were in the regular Topps Chrome, but then they were also had more in the update. So absolutely must own those. Baseball, I'm fine. Moreover, it's football and basketball. And for football, I've got two. And the thing to keep in mind for myself and with my list, and obviously this list is my opinion and my opinion only. So autographs don't really do anything for me. I mean, if I pull one, great. I'm not going to go, it's been about 10 years now since I've gone out of my way to purchase autograph rookie cards for the three sports. But for football, my go-tos are Prism. Well, here's the thing. Let me back that up a little bit. I'm also a huge fan of Continuity from 1956 to 2015. Topps Flagship Football was released annually, and as far as legendary players, other than they missed Tom Brady for some reason and they missed Kurt Warner, but I think they pretty much got a rookie card of every other player you could want, within reason. I mean, your mega popular, Bart Starr, Jim Brown, Namath, Montana, Marino, etc., etc. So they were able to cover your bases on that. But then they lost the license in 2015, and they no longer make football cards. So Panini got the license, and Panini is what it is. I know a lot of people don't like Panini. I like Panini. See, here's the thing. Panini started Prism Football in 2012, but from 2012 to 2015, it's bows to Topps Chrome. There's really no debating that. I mean, just go look at wax prices, and it'll confirm it. But from 2016 on, when there was no more Topps Chrome, Panini, Prism, 16, 17, 18. Those, 16, has Carson Wentz, Jared Goff, Dak Prescott, Zeke Elliott. It's got all the core Prism, and then 17 was Mahomes and Trubisky, and 18 is Mayfield and Barkley. And so Prism, set. I love red, white, and blues, all set. Then the second NFL product I like is Optic, which started in 2016, so perfect, the end of Topps. And Optic is essentially a Donruss Chrome. It pretty much parallels the Donruss set, which, when did they bring that back for football? 15? I don't remember. But it's irrelevant. Anything from 2015 and earlier is not Panini. So Panini might as well have started making football cards in 16 when no one else could. So you've got 16, 17, and 18 Optic, which has the same rookie class as the Prism. I'd like to add a third. I've got the 3 baseball. I'd like to add a third NFL, and that's where I'd like some input from you guys. Going to the continuity thing, Score Football, which started in '89, still around today. I'm pretty sure every year, because that was when Panini started making football cards, they bought the Score license, the Score name, and have been putting it out for a long time, longer than I can remember. But so you've got Score Football. Plus is that it's continuity from '89. It's 30 years now of Score Football. It's got pretty much everybody you would want. Warner and Brady are in that, and it stretches all back to Barry Sanders, the '89 class, which I think I own most of those in graded form, one or another. So that's good. But the negative for Score is it's NCAA uniforms. It's not pro uniforms. I mean, it comes out too early for them to have pro uniforms, and actually 2019 Score is already out with Kyler Murray, so it's already out. So that's a negative. So that's one brand, Score. Another brand I'm considering is Donruss Football, from 16 on. I mean, obviously, like I said, pros are, it's got pro uniforms, it's game day shots and continuity, and now with the popularity of Optic, I don't see Donruss ever going away again. The negative is it looks just like Donruss. I mean, like Optic. It's the non-chrome version of Optic. But then, see, with baseball, Topps Chrome and Topps Chrome and Flagship are the same pretty much, but a chromed up version. So, that's where my hesitation of totally dismissing the product comes from. So then I've got a third brand I've been thinking about, and that's Rookies and Stars, which used to be a Leaf product back in the day. Started in '98, pretty high end for the time. It's got Manning and Moss in '98, and then in 2000 has Brady, which is number 2000. So, and I don't own that, so that's a very expensive card. So I would need to track one of those down. But it comes out every year, and I think it's fairly safe. They still make Prestige. Playoff used to make Prestige. Panini put that out, but it's college uniforms again, and it's just there's that. So that's I'm just not a huge fan. For football, I think that's it. I think that's with Score, Donruss, and Leaf, Rookies and Stars. Just called Panini Rookies and Stars, and has the not necessarily game day photos, but posed. As good as you're gonna get for rookie cards. So that's pretty much for football. I think that those are the ones I was thinking. Oh, one more. The Panini, just called Panini, which is kind of, I guess, one of their flagship version. So that also makes it tricky because it's just called Panini. But I mean, the cards look pretty good, and again, it's the game day photos. So I'd really appreciate your feedback if you have any feedback. That would be great for football, and so for basketball now. Quickly cover basketball. From '96 to '09, you had Topps Chrome, and that's king. That's just not going to be beaten. That's just the way it is. Some things will never change. Don't you believe it? But that stopped in '09, and then in 2012, Prism Basketball was born. And in 2010, Panini became the exclusive producer of NBA basketball cards. So Prism is one absolute must. It's a no-brainer. I don't need to explain it to you. The second I'm into is the Optic. Same deal as the football. It parallels Donruss basketball the same way. Optic has more of a guy standing around holding the basketball. The photo selection could be better. Same for Optic. So one of the brands, that's the two. Prism, Optic. One of the brands I'm considering is Donruss, for the same reasons as football. Another brand I'm considering is Hoops. Hoops is still around. Like it was in '89, started in '89, but now it's Panini Hoops. Again, they bought the name, they own the name, and they put it out. It hasn't come out every year since '89. There were years that it's not out, but for the most part, it's out. There's a LeBron, it's number 2000, so it's pretty pricey. That's a downside. Giannis is in the 13 set. Anyone you want recently is all in there. And they have pro uniforms on now. I think LeBron's in shorts, sweats or something. But yeah, so they're in pro uniforms now, and that's usually the first set that comes out. So I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about Donruss and Hoops. They make Prestige like they do with the football, but I think it's in pro uniforms, unlike the football. Yeah, they do. See, that's the thing. They used to make panini, like regular panini, but they don't anymore. You know, I'd rather not pick a brand that's not going to be around anymore just because of how much I like continuity. So, you know, these are the things that I'm hobby related that I like to think about, and I like to pick other people's brains and see what they're doing. And again, this is not something, you know, I'm not talking about investment advice or anything of that ilk. It's just something that, you know, maybe that's a good idea to collect this. You know, it's because it's fun to collect, and I enjoy collecting. And you should too. You should too. Because if you're not enjoying it, then it's time to stop. Do something else. You're going to collect. If you've made it this far into the video, you're definitely a collector, and you're going to collect. I don't care if it's cards, comics, coins, bottle caps, pens. It doesn't matter what it is, you're going to collect. Hats. So yeah, I'd really appreciate your feedback on these topics. What you think? You know, try to keep it positive. You know, keep a positive flow. Still a lot of negativity swirling around with Slabgate and everything else. You know, PSA put out their show pricing for the show that's, you know, not very many days away. I think it's the 6th now, and here in New York it's the 6th. Saturday the 6th. So getting excited. You know, I really want to see each and every one of you there. You're all very important to me, and you all matter. Remember to keep learning and share your knowledge and be kind.